What is going on, guys? It is your boy By2K, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on what I think are the best coaches to use in my team, and kind of what coaches you should be using, and kind of what coaches are a waste of MT. You guys can go to like your collection, you can go to the miscellaneous, and it is the first one that pops up. You guys can see I'm only missing 7 coaches. But I'm going to be going over all like the big ones. Obviously, nobody's going to be using these ones. I'm not going to be covering like, oh, this is why you shouldn't use Taylor Jenkins. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. But, yeah, we're going to be going over all these main coaches and stuff like that. I'm just going to go in the auction so it's a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm going to kind of be going over why I think each, coach does something that you guys either do need or don't need. What's a waste of MT, what's not. So, yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so looking at the diamond coaches right away, what you guys can see most is like Popovich, Brad Stevens are both actually defensive-minded coaches, and then Nick Nurse and Steve Kerr are both balanced coaches. Which I don't really think there's a need for these guys, just because their prices are insanely high, especially for a coach. Like, I don't really think there's a point on spending. Like, you guys could see all the MT that you could spend on these guys. Like, there's really no point. Actually, I mean, the auction actually seems to be fixed, so I can kind of see, like, the cheapest ones for each of them. So you can get Brad Stevens for whatever, 6K, if it's really worth it to you guys. You guys can see it obviously boosts your defense. It's the same way that Greg Popovich probably worked last year, in the sense that your players will get kind of improved defense, but on the same time, you won't be able to score. And I don't really recommend picking up Brad Stevens or Popovich this year, because, or at least as of right now, because you can't already hit shots. Like, you're going to struggle to score. So picking up a defensive-minded coach that'll kind of weaken your like ability to have like consistent offense just doesn't seem like a good idea, in my opinion. I mean, other people, you guys could do whatever you want, but there's a reason why they are so cheap. And then it takes a little bit actually to find the other coaches in Nick Nurse and Steve Kerr. Again, those guys you obviously know are you guys obviously know, like in previous 2Ks with Steve Kerr, like last year, it's great. He boosts up a bunch of different stuff, but you don't really need to spend all the MT on these coaches. Like, they're what, 15K like for Nick Nurse or Steve Kerr. I don't really think it's worth spending 15K, especially on a coach, when there's other coaches like these Amethyst ones that have a bunch more value. Guys, we're actually going to be doing this off of my team here. I actually went out and decided to buy the remaining Amethyst coaches that I didn't have, to actually show you guys like the boost that it actually gives your team and whatnot. So yeah, you guys will be able to see like the Amethyst coaches throughout here and whatnot. So we're gonna actually start with the coach that I do use already. I actually haven't even I know a coach I'm actually gonna go with. It's not D'Antoni, but I just want to show you guys what it boosts for some of these guys. You guys can see the speed, 3-point shot, ball handling, all looks pretty good. And that's what it definitely looks like. It looks like it just boosts the speed and the 3-point shot on this card, which could look pretty good actually, throughout some of these cards. But D'Antoni, I feel like if there's gonna be another coaching glitch sort of thing where it glitches out your playbooks and stuff like that, I feel like it might happen with him. So I'm actually might take him as my like head coach, and the one that I suggest that you guys take. But I'm gonna go ahead and look at some of the other ones real quick. So the next one I'm actually just gonna start from the beginning here, as in Mike Bulldozer. The OGs know what I'm talking about. But yeah, his is defense as well. You guys can look. I mean, it obviously boosts all of like their rebounding, their defensive rebounding numbers, their interior perimeter defense. Probably some of them, yeah, block. None of them would steal. But again, when you look at his card, it actually says lack of offensive consistency. I don't really recommend going with good old Bulldozer over here, because doing that, it's going to weaken your offense. And again, in a game where your offense is already kind of struggling, I really don't suggest using a coach that's going to knock that more. So yeah, we're just going to move on right to Doc Rivers here, who's a grit and grind coach. Now, his is a little interesting because it does boost their 3-point shot and their defense going through here. I do like that. It boosts the post moves as well. Now, post moves are very big this year, because the post is actually like what you can utilize the most to actually get some easy buckets inside and stuff like that. So you guys can see it boosts it boosts the defense and the rebounding on a lot of these cards, and some of them it actually boosts their post moves and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Taking a look at his negatives, it says decreases the deficit from larger decreases the comeback chances of larger deficits. So I don't know about that one either, just because when you're already behind, I'm not really trying to fight the game and deal with my coach holding me back, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, we're gonna hold off on that one as well. Going over to Mike Malone here, a nice little Amethyst coach that they actually gave some respect to this year, which I do like to see. His is pace and space, which is very interesting. You guys can take a look at his positives and negatives here. Increased 3-point opportunities, spreads the opposition's defense, which could be good if you're running a 5-out, because it'll spread it even more, I guess. But the negatives, you sacrifice strength and height, and it says not ideal for isolation players, so never mind on the whole 5-out thing. But I don't really know about this one either, because it says if you're sacrificing your strength and you're going to get posted up a lot, you're going to actually lose that. And especially with blow-bys, you need that strength to stay in front of them. So I don't really think Mike Malone is worth it either. Taking a look, though, it does boost the ball handling, 3-point shot, passing, speed, defensive rebounding for some of these guys. All around pretty good. But again, these are actually really important things that I didn't look at last year that I think actually are really important, is the positives and negatives of coaches. Again, if you go back to some of these other guys, like Doc Rivers, if you're already down, you're not going to really be able to make that push back up. And if you look at Bulldozer over here, your defense is going to be great, but if you're already lacking in offensive consistency from the game, you really don't want your coach holding you down as well. So we're going to go ahead and skip right over to D'Antoni, like we already did look, how it boosts his threes and everything like that, and the basically the fast break opportunities and whatnot. You guys can again look at the positives and negatives here. You can score pretty quick, which, I mean, D'Antoni is ideal in my opinion, because if you're actually going to run the floor and you're actually going to be able to attack the rim and stuff pretty quick, it's going to help you out, especially in this year's game where you do need to score pretty quick. I do like that. However, the thing that I don't like about running with D'Antoni is can translate into poor defensive focus, which also can mean that the paint is going to be left open a lot on fast breaks, and that actually is a big deal in this game. And then it says often out rebounded, which, if you guys know from watching me, I get out rebounded almost every single game that I play, and it's really annoying. So I don't know if D'Antoni is the move either, and that's going to bring us to our final coach, Terry Stotts. Now, Terry Stotts is a very interesting one to talk about here, because I do think he could either be the best coach or the worst coach in this game for the Amethyst. Now, here's why. Positives on this card, you're gonna get mismatches in favors of your bigs. I know it says stretch bigs, however, when you're doing those pick and fades and pick and rolls and stuff, you'll get those mismatches in which you can actually directly send them to the paint and then have that mismatch down low for some easy buckets. So I do like that. I do like the fact that it boosts your three and stuff like that, and you do get more open outside shots. Now again, in this game you can't make those open shots, but eventually you probably will be able to. Now the negatives on this card, or on this coach, is you can't rebound the ball, and it says poor defensively against bigs. Now that's actually really bad, because if you go up against somebody that knows what they're doing in this game, they're going to post you up and kind of like rip you apart down low. I mean, that could suck, because a lot of people do run George Merson, Shaq, Sean Bradley, you know, a lot of these bigs that can do that, but a lot of people also look to just slash. So that's why I feel like it's like a give and take sort of thing with him. If you look at what he boosts and stuff like that, ball handling, 3-point shot, perimeter defense, and driving dunk. That is like all the 4 main things that you need on these cards, and you guys can scroll through and you can pause the video on any of these guys. I mean, look, it even boosts Alonzo Mourning's 3-point shot, ball handling, rebounding, defense, mid-range shot. That is literally everything you need on a coach. So me personally, I do think that Terry Stotts is the best coach in this game. It really does boost everybody, and I do really enjoy seeing that, because a coach that can boost everybody is a lot better, in my opinion, than having a coach that just boosts you from, you know, running fast on the floor and scoring with ease. Again, it's a give and take thing though. So if you guys are finding yourselves getting bullied in the paint, I do recommend switching coaches. But I do like my post anyway of Alonzo Mourning and Hakeem, so I don't even think we're going to get really bodied that much anyway. I'm going to show you guys the pricing on him real quick and kind of just let you guys know if I even do think it is worth it or not to pick him up. So we're going to go ahead and do this here. Okay, so he's not 2K. That's very interesting. We'll put that up a little bit more. This is going to have to go to an Amethyst. There you go. I hate when I do that. Forgot to put it to the Trailblazers, because he still might not pop up, and he does pop up, so you're looking at around 3.3 3.4k for him. I actually do think it is worth it to pick him up for that, because an Amethyst coach, you know, that's what you're gonna have to pay around, and for somebody that does boost literally everything for your team, I do think it is worth it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what coach you guys use and stuff like that, and I also want to know if this video does help you guys out a lot or not. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, Terry Stotts is my go-to coach. I think I'm gonna run with. I'm gonna be bringing you guys two other videos today. I don't know. One is gonna be a gameplay though, with a card that I think you guys are gonna be excited for. And yeah, and we're definitely gonna be streaming all day. So be sure to check that out. The link to my Twitch is in the description down below. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.